Patch 11.1 Undermined is here, and the new patch means one thing. Okay, it means many things, but for me, it means we've got plenty of new mounts to go and get. Hey everyone, Andrikats here, and welcome back to another mount guide. Today we're diving into 30 new mounts coming from Undermine, and I'll show you exactly how to get them. After you see them all, let me know which one is your favorite. There is a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. The first 3 mounts can be purchased from a vendor called Skegit Cinderbugs. This vendor is located inside a building near the Hips flight point in Undermine. But before you can buy anything, you'll need to complete a short quest chain that starts with the quest crew and ends with the getaway. Once that's done, she will offer 3 mounts in exchange for Miscellaneous Mechanica, a currency that you can get from rares and other activities in Undermine. Though do keep in mind that these come in an extremely low drop rate. I've killed so many rares so far and I only got 1. But people also claim that after hitting Renown 13 with the Cartels of Undermine, you can start getting these from overflowing dumpsters, but I cannot confirm it yet. And let's have a quick look at these mounts. The Asset Advocator is a green and red Goblin Shredder. The Innovator Investigator is a sleek black rocket. And lastly, the Margin Manipulator is a cool flying robot mount. Nothing too bizarre coming from a goblin, after all we already have plenty of mounts with a similar style, but they still look quite awesome and are definitely worth getting. Alrighty, next up we've got a bunch of renowned mounts. Each cartel in Undermine has its own unique mount, painted in their signature colors, which you can purchase once you reach Exalted with them. But keep in mind they do also require a hefty amount of resonant crystals, so you might want to start saving up. Let's start off with the Bilgewater Cartel. From their quartermaster Rocco Razboom at Hovel Hill, you can buy the Crimson Armor Growler, a hyena mount with red armor. Next, reaching Exalted with the Blackwater Cartel unlocks the Blackwater Shredder Deluxe MK2, a blue shredder mount available from Botswain Hardy at Blackwater Marina. Over at Venture Plaza, the quartermaster shreds the Scrubber sells the Ochre Delivery Rocket, a flashy yellow rocket. And last but not least, from Steamwaddle Cartel, down in their laboratories, lab assistant Leslie offers the mean green flying machine, which, as the name suggests, is a green flying machine. Like I said, all of these mounts require Exalted reputation with their respective cartel and costs between 8 to 11k resonant crystals. Grinding renown with the cartels is fairly simple. Each week you are given the choice to farm reputation with one of the 4 cartels, similar to Ashka Head. Once you have made your choice, new wall quests and objectives will appear on your map, all rewarding reputation for your chosen cartel. To maximize your gains, there's a few things you can do. Be sure to clear out all available wall quests daily, take down as many rares as possible for that extra bit of rep, and most importantly, complete your weekly tasks for a big boost. As per usual, there's also the one-time sources that give reputation, like the campaign quest, side quest lines, treasures, and more. If you want to take it a step further, you can save up those one-time sources and combine them with the Darkmoon Fair buff, but that's obviously a bit of min-maxing. If you stay on top of your dailies and weeklies, you will eventually reach Exalted with all of those cartels. And here's where it gets more interesting. Now, while each cartel has its own rewards, they all fall under one larger faction, the Cartels of Undermine. As you gain reputation with your chosen cartel for the week, you will also earn reputation with the Cartels of Undermine. That also unlocks 2 additional renowned mounts, amongst other things. The Violet Armor Growler requires rank 15 and the Top Skimmer Special requires rank 19. Both of these are sold by Smack's Top Skimmer at the Intercontinental Hotel, and coming in no surprise, you'll need resonance crystals to buy them too, along with the required renown level. Besides the 4 main cartels in Undermine, there's also a 5th secret cartel, Darkfuse Solutions. At the start of the patch, these goblins are aligned with Gallywix, and we actually fight them during the raid. But once we complete the liberation of Undermine, including story mode, it seems we'll be able to ally with them, earning renown and unlocking exclusive rewards. One of those rewards is the Darkfuse Demolisher, a black goblin shredder that requires Exalted reputation with the Darkfuse Solutions. This mount can be purchased from Stitch's Lowdown, the cartel's quartermaster. But that's not even all. Advancing through the liberation of Undermine raid doesn't just unlock Darkfuse Renown, it also grants access to a special renown system called the Gallagio Loyalty Rewards Club. This system is tied directly to the raid, meaning that you'll gain renown by defeating bosses on any difficulty. There are 3 mounts tied to this system: the Thunderdrum Misfire, unlocking at Renown 8, the Darkfuse Chompactor requires Renown 17, and lastly, Florendo the Furious, the Mechan Devil's Sword, unlocks at 20, the top tier. These mounts are sold by Yanto the God, a vendor located inside the Liberation of Undermine raid. It appears that you also need to give a bit of gold, but take that with a bit of salt because I couldn't find a concrete evidence to back this up. The only thing I found is from the journal, and even that, it doesn't even contain Florendo, so who knows. As usual, the final boss of the raid comes with some exclusive mount rewards. On Mythic difficulty, the last boss drops a guaranteed mount while the raid is current, and this time is no exception. The Mythic exclusive mount is none other than the Big G, a mount that drops only from Chrome King Gallywix on Mythic difficulty. Like I said, during the season this is a guaranteed drop, but once the tier ends it will become a low drop chance, but at the same time it's also a lot easier to farm. Gallywix also drops a second mount, the prototype ASMR, which can drop on any difficulty. This is a low drop chance, but at least you'll be able to farm it more easily, and did I mention you can farm it on any difficulty with as many alts as you want? In case I didn't make it clear, yeah, you can do that. And of course, no raid is complete without a meta achievement to go along with it. Completing the meta will earn you the Jack Maestro's Magnetomech, an electrifying mech suit decked out with Tesla coils. This isn't something that you'll be able to do solo, at least for the time being, so you'll definitely need a dedicated team to walk through the achievements. But once you do that, the mount is yours. Alright, I think it's time to move on. Raiding isn't the only way to score new mounts this season. Mythic Plus players have some exciting rewards to go after, and this time Blizzard has raised the bar even more, adding a brand new milestone for dedicated Mythic Plus players. First up, we've got the usual Keystone Master mount for hitting a 2000 rating. The reward for Season 2 is the Crimson Shredder Tongue, a completely different reward from what we saw in Season 1. But that's not even all. For the first time ever, Blizzard has introduced a second mount reward for Mythic Plus players. Those who manage to push to 3000 rating and earn the Keystone Legend will earn the Enterprising Shredder Tank, a sleek recolor of the KSM reward. So if you are planning to push keys this season, there's even more reasons to go for those high ratings. Let's hope this time I'm gonna get them. Alright, next up there are 5 more mounts to collect, all obtained from Trove loot boxes and each tied to the 5 Undermine cartels, including the secret 5th cartel, the Darkfuse Solutions, that we mentioned before. As of writing this, we don't have a full confirmation on how these Trove loot boxes work, but they do appear to function similarly to the Paragon rewards from Legion and Shadowlands. Once you have maxed out a renown with a cartel, any additional renown that you will earn will fill a progress bar, eventually granting you a trove. This trove has a chance to contain that cartel's mount. So if you're planning to grind out renown, keep an eye out on those trove rewards. They might just land you an exclusive mount. And let us hope this time the drop chance will be generous, unlike their Legion counterparts. We all know how frustrating it was grinding Paragons back in Legion, and I'm not sure if I want them back. But anyways, moving on, there is 2 flying machine mounts, both coming from scrap job events found in Undermine. First up, the Salvage Goblin Gazillionaire's Flying Machine is a gold-themed mount which can be looted from Gallagio garbage. To spawn this rare, you need to fill the Trash Shovel progress bar during a scrap job. These scrap jobs are quick 2-minute events marked with a yellow trash can icon on the map, so you can easily find them. Like I said, the Gallagio rare has a chance to spawn after you shovel 500 trash, so you might need a few extra pairs of hands to help you out. It's impossible to max out the bar alone, and most likely you need at least 5 to 6 active people to achieve that. You might also want to consider joining a pre-made raid group, as it seems to be the fastest way right now. If you can't find a group though, be sure to wait until a few people gather up and then activate the event. Make sure to shovel as much as you can and refresh the Kajagol buff obtained from the blue circle. It basically makes you get double the amount of trash, so it is quite handy. The second mount coming from the scrap jobs is the personalized Goblin Scrubber. From what we know so far, you need to reach Renown 11 with the Cartels of Undermine and unlock the Scrubby Scrubber 3 perk. After this, you may find a gun cover thingy from the end reward containers after a scrap job ends. You can trade these thingies in with Angelo Rustbean at the Scrap headquarters. In exchange, you'll get a Scrap Scrubber Deluxe and the mount has a chance to drop from this container. Presumably at a low drop chance, but we will find out soon once people start hitting Renown 11. Moving on, for players who enjoy doing delves, I got some great news. A new customizable mount is coming with Season 2, the Delver's Globetrotter. This mount is a goblin-themed variant of the dirigible from Season 1, and you can unlock it by completing this season's opening quests. Just like the dirigible, you'll be able to purchase customizations from Reno Jackson, adding new gizmos or even changing up its look. And if you are up for the challenge, those who take on the hardest delve, similar to the Zekvir challenge from Season 1, will unlock a golden variant of the Globetrotter, perfect for those who want to flex their skills. Okay, I think we are pretty much done with the PvE content. Let's not forget though about the awesome PvP rewards coming this season. First up, we have the prized Gladiator's Fellbat. Following the tradition of a recolor from the previous PvP season's mount, this time the Fellbat comes in a stunning copper color, a big contrast from the Season 1 version. If you reach Gladiator status in Season 2, well, this one is yours. For those who enjoy rated PvP, in Season 2, completing your progress bar will earn you the Vicious Electro Eel Mounts, a shocking addition to your collection. And before I go, I've got 2 more mounts to mention, but the details are still a bit fuzzy, at least at the time of writing this. First one is the Violet Goblin Shredder, which is tied to shipping and handling activities in Undermine. However, we are still not sure about the exact requirements to earn this mount, so stay tuned for more updates. The second one is the Darkfuse Spy Eye, a black goblin flying machine mount. This mount appears to drop from a rare called Darkfuse Precipitant, but we are still piecing together the details. It likely has ties to the Darkfuse Cartel, and some speculation suggests that summoning it might require Renown 6 with the Cartels of Undermine. This basically allows you to see notorious targets. Like I said, it's still early in the patch, so we'll have to wait and see if Blizzard or players uncover more info about these 2 mounts. Either way, I wanted to include them in my list because they do look quite awesome and you might want to keep an eye on them. Alright, now that we have covered everything, all 30 mounts coming in patch 11.1, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Mine has to be the prototype ASMR because honestly, it's quite unique. And who doesn't want to be a DJ, right? But for now, I would like to thank you all for sticking around until the end and make sure to drop a like if you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more WoW coverage and hit the bell to stay up to date. Good luck with whatever you are doing and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!